Hi guys, how y'all doing? A bit cold up here today in Scotland. We've had a lot of snow. It's why I've got plenty of layers on. I'm all snugged. This is going to be my preview for the England against Italy match, the first match of weekend 2 of the 2021 Six Nations. First of all, I'm going to talk about the teams. England, they have made 4 changes to the team that lost to Scotland last week. The most significant one in the back line, of course, George Ford comes back into 10, Owen Farrell shifts to 12. They've gone back to the Ford-Farrell 10-12 axis. Farrell keeps the captaincy, which I'm not surprised in, but I don't think he's up to the job for the level England want to be at, and I think it should have been passed to Maro Itoje. But it'll be interesting to see how the 10-12 axis of Ford-Farrell gets on again. I'm of the personal opinion, I think the game's maybe moved a bit beyond that, but obviously things change, times can change, so we'll see what happens. In the forwards, the whole front row has changed. Mako Vunipola and Kyle Sinclair return from injury and suspension respectively. They take the prop positions. Luke Cowan-Dickie comes in for Jamie George as the hooker, and elsewhere in the pack, Courtney Lawes comes into the back row, replacing Mark Wilson. So, and Mark Wilson drops out the 23 entirely. So, with regards to Italy, the only significant change they've made from their defeat to France last week is Carlo Canna coming into 12 as the sort of playmaking 12 alongside Garbisi. He replaces Marco Zanon, who drops out entirely. I think he might be injured. And elsewhere, the only other significant change really is Andrea Lavotti. Some might remember him as the Italian prop who got sent off for that tip tackle on Duan Vermeulen in the World Cup. And he comes into the loose head prop position for the Italians there. Here's how I think the game's going to go. I think England are going to run away with it, really. I can't see Italy giving them too many problems. The thing is, though, against France, Italy, when they kept the ball for long periods, they didn't look that bad. It was just, when they got to the point where they got to the opposing 22, they made a mistake, or they looked like they might have an attack starting, and then they just threw a sloppy pass, or, someone went into a tackle too high, or they knocked on and basically gave the ball back to France. But the thing is, when Italy actually keep the ball, they can cause problems for teams, and with England's discipline, the way it was last week, they could give England, sort of ruffle a few feathers there. They just keep hold of the ball and don't do anything stupid. England could fold and give away a penalty, but I think, I just can't see them doing it. I think England will just have too much for them overall. I think the set pieces, England will be better than they were against Scotland, definitely, especially at the lineouts. They're poor there, but Luke Cowan-Dickie right now is in better form and looks a lot sharper than Jamie George does. Overall, I think Jamie George is a better rugby player, but Luke Cowan-Dickie definitely deserves his start. And also, I think with Mako and Kyle Sinclair back, it'll be interesting to see how fit Mako is. Kyle Sinclair, I think he'll be fit enough. He'll just come back in, and the scrum will be a lot better with those two there. Courtney Lawes going into the back row is an interesting one, because I didn't think Johnny Hill had that good a game against Scotland, and maybe could have put Courtney Lawes back in there. And I don't know why Billy Vunipola, I don't know why Billy is still in the 23 match squad, let alone starting, because the guy, last week, he was just so off the pace. He didn't look fit at all. And I'd say there's at least 3 or 4 number 8s in the pecking order should be ahead of him. Obviously, Sam Simmons is one, Alex Dombrek of Harlequins, Nathan Hughes going well at Bristol, Ben Earls as well, who's on the bench this game. I think they should all be ahead of Billy Vunipola right now, and Eddie should just stop picking on reputation there and give someone who's in form a chance, I'd say. Maybe bring, in the back line, maybe bring Joe Simmons at least onto the bench, but we'll see. I'm kind of disappointed with England. They've gone for the 6-2 split here on the bench, gone for 2 back rowers with Ben Earls and Jack Willis, and they've gone for Robson, the reserve scrum half, and also Max Mallons as the reserve outside back. I would have thought Harry Randall should at least be given a shot on the bench here, considering how he's been going for Bristol. But Eddie, again, just going for reputation. I kind of think, it's Italy. Why don't you give, even if they don't have much experience in international level, give the younger players a chance. But I don't know. See how it goes. I think England have gone a bit stale right now overall. But on the whole, I expect them to be too much for Italy. As I said, I think they'll win by 30 plus points. Italy, if they can, again, keep the score down to below 30, I think that should be deemed somewhat a success for them because they're young players. I think there's a lot of them still have a lot to learn about the game of rugby overall, and they are going to continue learning. But also, with the resources Italy have, this is the path they're going to go down. They need to stick with it. They can't just be like chopping and changing all the time. Overall, I think England by 30 plus, I'll say. So, I know I've repeated myself a few times there, but thank you very much for listening, guys. And I've got a couple more videos coming up, obviously for Scotland against Wales and Ireland against France. I'll have them up later today. Hope you have a good day. Enjoy the weekend. Let's hope for some great rugby, and I'll catch you later on.